Salt Lake City, Utah, April 25th, 2013. A stabbing spree is occurring outside a grocery store. A man with a knife is stabbing innocent people at random, just for no apparent reason. A man with a legally concealed or carrying concealed permit pulls out his pistol and subdues the man, stops the spree, saving innocent lives. This is one reason why we need to have guns in this country. It is so crucial to arm the civilians and protect ourselves, to save us and our families. I'm going to talk today about gun control and why it does not work, and what we need to do to fix the violence, as well as to keep our arms. I'm going to talk about the assault weapons ban, carry and conceal, and countries that have guns and countries that do not have guns. To start off, though, I'm going to talk about a couple images. The image on the left here is the twisted pistol outside the United Nations headquarters in New York City. It kind of signifies disarming of the public and gun control in general. This one over here says, gun controls would stop shooting sprees, ? Please tell me more about how criminals follow laws, which is food for thought. I mean, criminals are criminals because they don't obey the laws. I'm also going to show a video, too, about Australia and what they have gone through as far as gun control. First off, carry and conceal. It is a legally obtained pistol that is carried with you in a holster or your pocket. My dad has a very small one, fits in a shirt pocket, no one knows it's there. It's perfectly safe as long as the person wielding the weapon is mentally able to do it, which we need to screen for, which is crucial. The carry and conceal helps save many lives. I mean, again, what I just said in Utah, the man saved many people from getting stabbed at the grocery store. Even taking into account for the Boston bombing, if we knew about who those people were, could have stopped it. My father, too, an example, close to home, was attacked by a big German Shepherd numerous times by that was owned by a crazy city council member. The guy sent his dog after my dad and his girlfriend and their dogs numerous times. The dog latched on to their dogs onto their necks, but thankfully they were able to let the dogs go. My dad was also attacked by a bull mastiff numerous times. And even down in the cities, my father was also was at a Wendy's. Some guys went after his truck, almost tried to break into his truck. He wasn't armed, but thankfully the guys let him go. And then just a quick graph here too. This shows the blue line is states that have carry and conceal laws and it's legal to carry a weapon. The murder rates are down drastically. The red line here is states that do not have carry and conceal laws, and murder rates are considerably higher. The green line is states that want to issue carry and conceal laws. The murder rates are kind of up and down in the middle. Now, to give you an example of some countries that have gun control laws and some that are very, that arm the public and are good about guns. I'm going to show you a quick video about Australia and what they've gone through as far as gun control.
What do you think about caffeine? We consume over 2 billion.
A gun buyback that forced law-abiding citizens to surrender their firearms in a nationwide roundup and meltdown of all semi-automatic firearms and pump-action rifles and shotguns. 640,000 ordinary conventional firearms confiscated and destroyed.
It was an absolute joke and a tragedy. I actually turned in 3 firearms, and it broke my heart.
I mean, it was 40 years of collecting, and I can't say it any other way than that. I felt sick. I had to hand them in, because if I didn't, I was going to jail.
There's no ifs or buts about that. By taking that gun away from me, they've stolen something from me.
A right stolen by their government, promising safety in return for its gun bans. But now citizens know the frightening truth. The cost of lost liberty can be measured in the loss of life.
It's become very, very obvious, even to blind Freddie, that the expenditure of $500 million has done absolutely nothing to reduce crime.
It certainly didn't do what the government touted it would do, which was to reduce crime. It hasn't done that at all. In fact, there's been more.
This has been a lot of bull and hasn't really done much to help society and with its problems.
Cold, hard facts, the anti-gun forces can no longer escape. Armed robberies have skyrocketed, up 69%. Assaults involving guns rose 28%. Gun murders increased 19%. And a new phenomenon, home invasions jumped 21%. And increased politicians insist they can't explain because they're still trying to legally define what a home invasion is and what the penalty should be.
Part of the difficulty is that there is no clear definition of home invasion.
That just shows a few of the facts that Australia has gone through. They went through a gun control legislation in 2010, and ever since then, crime has just shot through the roof. To be honest, if I knew getting rid of every single gun would help society, I'd be for it. But the fact is that black market guns are still obtained by criminals, and that's what causes most of the issues. And even our government has supplied drug cartels with firearms in Mexico, trying to track them down to dismantle drug cartels, but it has not worked. I'm not sure if you've heard of Banganese, big cover-up. Many civilians in Mexico were killed, and that has really affected diplomatic relations with Mexico and the United States. Now, to compare Australia with Switzerland, Switzerland is a very neutral, very peaceful country, very happy country. They do not have a military, but every person over the age of 18 is required to have a firearm and military training. It's kind of like the Minutemen thing we had back in the 1800s here in the United States. It is crucial. I mean, that is what they do. Here you can see some women on a bike ride. They have AR-15s on their backs, and nothing happens. I mean, that's common practice in Switzerland. Out here in the United States or in other other nations, this would be audacious and just inappropriate. Now the assault weapons ban. It was created by California Senator Dianne Feinstein. She wanted to outlaw semi-automatic rifles such as the AR-15, which that is my personal firearm. I love it. It's something that I am very thankful to have. And yeah, again, like pump-action shotguns, and I'll talk about this picture in a second. And other like high-capacity magazines and that kind of thing. And just to clarify a little bit, there's really no such thing as an assault rifle. An assault is an action, not a device. Google Dictionary even defines an assault rifle as a rifle that fires multiple rounds from one pull of trigger. That is like an M16 or light machine gun that you hold on the trigger and multiple rounds are fired. This is not. This is an AR-15. One pull of the trigger means one shot, and that is it. I've shot this before, and it is as long as it's in the right hands, it is a very useful weapon. I mean, it is a very useful tool. It has a flashlight and a bipod on there. It's a very good thing to have. I mean, to protect your family. Even a high-capacity magazine. If you have to reload, it's going to give a criminal time to hurt you. The flashlight and laser can help blind a criminal if they're in your house and protect yourself, and you can subdue the guy, whether it be lethally or non-lethally. It depends on the situation. And then just to compare this image on here, this is the exact same shotgun. It's a Mossberg. Same action, same everything, except for it has an adjustable stock, a pistol grip, and a bit more of a handle on the forearm. That gun is illegal just because it's tactical and it's an assault weapon. It's not the case. Same gun. Now, the reason why we have so much violence is because of cultural issues. Violence seems to be glorified on TV. So many of our children are seeing such crazy, gory things. A child will see 8,000 murders before they're in kindergarten. 8,000, and it only increases as the child grows older. Most parents will even let their kids start playing violent video games such as Call of Duty at age 12, which is very gory, very graphic, use of drugs. It's just not a good thing for children to be seeing. I was even appalled by some of the things, and I'm 19 years old. It's pretty gruesome. To continue on with that, the United States is the second most depressed country on earth, behind France. It is terrible. That just shows that, I mean, all the school shootings that you've seen too much have been, children that feel that they're outcasts, which is unfortunate, and they've been bullied. Antidepressants and depressed people are just so common among school shootings. the United States is the 12th happiest country on earth. I mean, that's pretty bad. I mean, as far as Western countries, we have so much available to us. We're still not like the most happy. We're still just sad. We need to guard our schools and our children. I mean, the NRA had a very great point about arming your schools. Already 23,000 schools are armed in this country. Why not arm the rest of them in our colleges as well? And again, we need to reduce the violence on TV and that kind of thing, and research more in mental health. Figure out, screening to detect these signs early on. I mean, but we need to not be so overzealous. A child was labeled a terroristic threat for talking about shooting people with a bubble gun. I mean, how sad is a toy, a bubble gun? It was pink. Now, some closing remarks. If guns kill people, then pens misspell words, cars make people drunk, and drive drunk. It takes the police an average of 10 minutes to respond to your call. A gun can protect you instantly. Why not be ready? That's it.
Yay.